What will our city look like in 100 years? Our cities have a major impact on how we live our lives. Traffic, housing, infrastructure, all of these play a role in our day-to-day. With urban technologies advancing at breakneck speed, what will our cities look like in the future? Are you a fiend for facts? Are you constantly curious? Then why not subscribe to Unview for more clips like this one and ring the bell for more fascinating content? Perhaps the most important aspect to consider in designing a city is the threat of natural disaster. Cities on fault lines, for example, have different construction costs from those built in hurricane areas. As global temperature continues to rise and heat records are broken every year, melting ice at the poles will lead to rising sea levels. We could easily see ice-free Arctic summers within our lifetime. If we fail to address the problem, we'll have to change how cities are built. One rather extreme solution is the creation of floating cities. Some companies and government are putting together plans to create large livable areas which float on the surface of the ocean.
In 2017, French Polynesia made a deal to allow the Seasteading Institute to explore the first steps in constructing a floating city. This will address the problem of rising oceans and eroding coastlines. One of the hopes in creating floating cities is that they exist in international waters and be able to govern themselves better.
Similar to the floating city are underwater cities. Japanese construction firm Shimizu Corp has released plans to deploy a $26 million underwater city called Ocean Spiral by 2030. It would house several thousand people and draw its energy from the seabed and ocean currents. Plans for the city include residential and business zones. It would contain many of the necessities humans require to live. The project is backed by the Japanese government and Tokyo University. Then again, maybe underground cities would suit us better. We're already buildings with large underground spaces, and subways are common in cities throughout the globe, so it wouldn't be too much of a stretch for humans to develop more intensive underground dwellings, potentially develop in emergency situations, such as when the Vietnamese built the 75-mile-long Cu Chi tunnels during the Vietnam War. They included sleeping quarters, recreational areas, and medical sections.
Wherever we build in the future, technology will revolutionize our urban environments. Wi-Fi is becoming more and more pervasive, and cities of the future could become connected in more ways than we can imagine. Once city embrace being connected, we could have amazing reception everywhere we go. This should also mean that advertisers might connect to you as well. When you drive past a billboard on your way to work, it might know you're passing and display a product you'd be especially interested in.
Best in the West. It rhymes.
Speaking of driving to work, we may soon live in a world where self-driving car and transportation systems are common. This would make navigating cities easier than ever and allow goods and produce to be transported more efficiently over long distances. The only problem would be fuel, due to limits oil reserve and climate change. At some point, we have to switch from gasoline to electricity and from coal to renewable energy sources. On the left side, our city decided to take advantage of renewable energy could provide a risk that allows self-driving cars to recharge easily. The rise of autonomous and electric vehicles will create a big trend in how we design and build our city. When home route carriage railway automobile road trend from dust to pavement, we may see similarly dramatic trend with the advent of electric self-driving cars. Until new technology and structure will require some several natural resources. However, attracting them from the earth often comes with great environmental costs. Several countries and companies are exploring ways to harvest the rich natural mineral within asteroids and other space objects. One chip from the local asteroid might could yield amazing amount of research metal. The material could then be used to build the mark house of the future. The home would be connected to the internet in all kinds of unique ways. Maybe your alarm clock will tell plenty in your kitchen to start preparing breakfast, or your car will warm up automatically. The modern world is more connected than ever, but we all run into cell and Wi-Fi reception from time to time.
In the future, satellite will continue to improve making communication faster and more reliable. All this high-speed asset could mean that many jobs can be performed from home. On the subject of work, workers in the future may need to work a lot less because of automation and efficiency improvement. At first, this could have devastating impact on employment. robbing many people of their livelihood in the long term. However, people may one day look back at our working control the way we look back factories of an industrial revolution. The whole idea of work will have to be re-examined as we come to realize that many of things we need such effort, water, and shelter are easily provided thanks to advances in food production and robotics. With more free time, people could develop communal areas for this city. This space could provide many basic services for the population and serve a way for people to feel more connected in otherwise disconnected world.
If floating underground and autonomous cities don't excite you, then how about the space cities? If we continue to overpopulate the planet and fail to answer our climate problems, humanity may be forced to move to the stars. Instead of looking out the window and see parking lot or run down a building, you might see the entire Earth floating in front of you. Plans are already underway to put people on Mars, so it wouldn't be a stretch to envision cities on the moon or rotating around Earth like satellites. The future of our cities depends on a lot of things, but if we can solve some key issues, then there'll be some truly exciting places.
There ought to be a future we can choose. It's up to us to find it.
What do you think? Is there anything we missed? Let us know in the comments. Check out these other clips from Unview and make sure you subscribe and ring the bell for our latest content.